Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. We're getting some breaking developments now coming in. We're understanding there are clashes taking place between the YSRCP and the TDP workers in Andhra Pradesh. Those dramatic visuals on our screens as well. We're understanding TDP took out protests over illegal cases against a particular TDP leader, and then the YSRCP staged a counter protest as well. Swastika Das now joining us on the broadcast. Swastika, help us understand first, what was this protest by the TDP and what are the counter protests that we're seeing by the YSRCP?
Well, both the sides engaged in clashes. It was the TDP which took out protests against a local leader being booked in several what they call framed cases. The YSRCP in fact took out counter protests, and both sides pelted stones at each other when the situation spiraled out of control. We are also learning that the police had to fire shots into the air to bring the situation under control. Several persons have sustained injuries. The exact count of which is something that the police have to confirm. But as of now, the situation there has been brought under control by the local police there, but tensions continue to simmer.
So tensions continue to simmer. Swastika is saying that the situation as of now has been brought under control. Swastika, just going back to when these protests were actually happening, talk to us about the specific area where this was happening. In the visuals, I could see some sort of altercation as well.
That's right. This incident took place in Vinnukonda area. This falls under Palnadu district of Andhra Pradesh. And the issue that sort of escalated from both sides is the fact that the local TDP leaders and the YSRCP leader have been at loggerheads since a very long time. And both the parties, if you go anywhere in Andhra Pradesh, are very critical of each other. Clashes are something which are not new in Andhra Pradesh, and now in a rerun of a similar episode, this time in Palnadu's Vinnukonda area, the TDP cadres, first they had a heated altercation over the policies being framed by the state government, with TDP alleging that fake cases are being framed against their leaders, especially against their voters also, even as the state government is collecting data. Now, the counter-protest on the YCP side saw stones being pelted, and eventually, when the situation went out of control, the police swooped into action. They tried to first assuage the concerns of both the groups, but when they came to blows with each other and the situation started escalating into a violence that was not being able to control, that's when the police had to fire shots in the air. But as far as the political situation is concerned, just a few months to go for elections in 2024, the TDP is also going all out with its campaigning on the road. And they say that the state government has been trying every rule in the book to stop them from carrying out party activities, and that was one of the reasons why the clashes broke out.
So Swastika, I just want to understand, for now, have both sides ended their protests, and any specific measures that have been taken by the police to contain the situation?
Well, gathering has been aborted there. No gathering is being allowed. Not just that, yes, the violence or the fighting has sort of stopped, but the police has now put in extra security in that area to prevent any further escalation of violence. In addition to that, all kinds of public rallies have been banned for now. These are the measures that have been taken by the police over there.
Swastika, just going back to what we pointed out earlier, that all of this started by a protest by the TDP as far as illegal cases against their local leader is concerned. Has the YSRCP responded to those specific protests, or those protests were a completely different agenda?
The YSRCP's version is that the clashes were first initiated by the TDP, and that the local leaders there hurled abusive languages, used derogatory words against their leaders, which led to the clashes. The argument put forth by the TDP is that fake cases are being filed against their leaders. The YSRCP countered it.
Okay.
And also,
Swastika, I apologize for interrupting. We do have to shift our focus to some other break.